YouTube and welcome to another GV anime review. Just like last week, today I am reviewing a summer 2018 anime that I was pretty skeptical about, being Shichisei no Subaru, or Seven Senses of the Reunion. The only reason why I added this anime to my to-watch list was because it was made by Studio Lerche, who knows how to do these types of drama animes. Unfortunately, even Lerche couldn't undo the problems that I had with this anime. Shichisei no Subaru centers around 6 elementary school friends who play a VR MMORPG called Union. In this game they are known as Subaru and are notorious for being some of the strongest players in the game, where, important detail, you only have one life. Now, one day during a boss fight, one of the members called Asahi Kuha dies, and to everyone's shock, she also appears dead in real life. 6 years later, our main male character named Haruto Amo logs into a renewed version of Union called Reunion and is confronted with Asahi, who doesn't seem to believe that she actually died. Now, Haruto has to bring the shattered Subaru back together to try and figure out what truly happened to Asahi 6 years earlier. Now, my positive section of this review will be rather short, which doesn't necessarily mean that this anime was total crap. Lerche did a good job at adapting this story from the original light novels. Shichisei no Subaru was nicely animated and well paced, with enough lighter moments to counter the serious dramatic ones. My problem with this anime doesn't lie with the adaptation, but with the original source material. Which brings me to my overall problem with Shichisei no Subaru and the reason why I can't really find good things to talk about. I had seen this anime before. To me, Shichisei no Subaru was the most unoriginal anime ever. First, the setting of this anime is completely the same as the one from Sword Art Online. The game takes place in a virtual reality full dive fantasy game where dying means game over. In SAO there was the concept of dying in game means death in real life, but apart from that, the setting of these two animes is completely the same. Secondly, and this is where the root of my problem lies, the story of Shichisei no Subaru is a direct copy of the story of Anohana, the flower we saw that day. Everything in Shichisei no Subaru resembles Anohana. Both animes center around a group of 6 elementary schoolers where the death of one of the members causes the group to fall apart. Several years later, the main male character is confronted with the deceased main female character and now has to bring the group back together. But it doesn't end there. Not only is the story a direct copy of Anohana, also the characters are. The design of the two main characters is almost exactly like the two main characters of Anohana, and the relationships between the characters are also exactly the same. If you have seen both animes, then you must have noticed it. One, our main male and female character, here Haruto and Asahi, are secretly in love with each other, but neither dares to confront their feelings. 2, we have a secondary female character, here Satsuki, who is in love with the main male character, but realizes that she doesn't stand a chance against the main female character. 3, we also have a secondary male character who never got over the death of the main female and sees the main male as his opponent, here represented by Takanori. And 4, we also have a third female character who is in love with a secondary male character but doesn't express her feelings because of the male's clinginess to the main female, represented in this anime by Nozomi. Do you start to get what my problem was with Shichisei no Subaru? The entire time I couldn't help but compare this anime to Anohana, and Anohana is one of the best drama animes ever made. So I was genuinely bored whilst watching this anime, and I had to push myself through the final episodes because I had no interest whatsoever in this story that I had seen before. Now, Shichisei no Subaru did have some original elements, mainly involving what actually happened to Asahi, but there we almost get no development. Like with many light novel adaptations, the anime leaves us after the first chapter and leaves us with a bunch of questions and almost no development in the main storyline. As soon as they started the Nozomi arc 4 episodes before the end, I knew that I was screwed and that this would be another one of those animes that would end on an open ending and would leave me with more questions than when I started it. So as a conclusion, as I just made pretty clear, I did not like Shichisei no Subaru. At every moment I was comparing this to Anohana, and that is a comparison that you can't win. Shichisei no Subaru was unoriginal in every aspect, and I truly wonder what the writer of the light novels was thinking when he wrote this story, since there is no way that he didn't knew the story of Anohana, the flower we saw that day. So overall, I'm going to rate Shichisei no Subaru at 2.5 out of 5 stars. The only reason that I am not failing this anime is because of Lerche's nice animation of this anime. But I truly hope that they will never make this mistake again. The obvious recommendation for Shichisei no Subaru is of course Anohana, the flower we saw that day. As I made clear, Shichisei no Subaru was a complete copy of Anohana, but Anohana is a million times better. Anohana is one of the best drama animes ever created, and it's one of only 3 animes that brought this man to tears, which says quite a lot. Anohana is an anime that I advise every drama fan to watch because it is so masterfully written and the emotions will grab you by the throat and stomp on your heart if you want it or not. And with that I conclude my review of Shichisei no Subaru. As usual, you can find the full list of all my animes and reviews over at Anime Planet. As usual, I will put the link in the description box down below. Now, if you want me to review a particular anime from this list, please put it in the comments. Also, if you have a recommendation for me, put it in the comments as well. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, visit me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and subscribe to this channel for more reviews in the future. Then I will say arigatou gozaimasu and I will see you all in the next video.